Hello, party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with project number four from Bargain Bead Box, Spring Blossoms. So this is our little design that we got going on here. So this is what we're going to be working on. So if you are new here or you've never been a part of this mini series, basically, when I get my Bargain Bead Box, we make an unboxing video, a plan video, and then we make videos for all the plans that we make. So this was project number 4, and we're going to whip it up. I think it should be pretty easy. So let's jump down to the mat, get this party started. All right, party people, here we are on the mat. So this is our design for project 4. It's going to be a front toggle necklace with the rose quartz. We have our corresponding bead bag here. So let's get that out and take a little look-see at that. Alrighty, so here we are. Basically, excuse me. Basically, we are going to create a front toggle necklace like so. We're going to add these guys in like that. And sprinkle all these little tidbits in. So that should be pretty easy. What we're going to use today is we're going to use some soft flex medium beading wire for the beaded portion, and then we are going to use some artistic wire 22 gauge for the pendant portion. I had considered using a 20 gauge for that, but it was not, the 20 gauge that I had was not the same gold color, so I opted for this one since it's a little more matchy with the findings and stuff, which I'm sure will be fine. So here we go. Let's get this party started by first focusing on the pendant. Okay. Zoom us on in. So here we are with our pendant pieces. Now, according to the design, I was going to use a couple of spacers here to wrap this little rose guy up. And in the plan video, I had said that my roses were different. They were two different kind of shapes, I guess. And so I chose to use the one that's a little more like 3D looking. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's get started with this pendant. I'm going to be using 22 gauge, and I'm just going to, looks like this stuff's almost gone. I'm just going to give it a, make a little wire wrap here, easy peasy. So I've got about 6 inches of wire, and I'm just going to create a little loop here. I'm going to bend, go over the top, spin, create a loop so that this is what we have. And then I'm going to open it by just giving it a little bit of a bend there so I can get the pendant inside. Then I'm going to take this guy, put him on there. Excuse me. And get my chain nose out. And whoop, drop it. Make sure that it's durable. Just going to squeeze that loop together, and then I'm going to wrap this guy around 3 times. So I ended up in the front. I don't really care for that, so I'm going to go around to the back here. and trim it. Tuck that in. There we go. So now we have this guy. And then put this spacer and then my rose and the spacer on there, which looks pretty good, but I think I might add one of these leaves just for funsies. Looks pretty cute. Alright. So now I am just going to wire wrap right onto here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here higher on my round nose to create a larger loop. Add a larger loop there. And then I'm just going to wrap this right on to the female part of my toggle clasp. And just wrap that around all the way down till it touches the leaf. And then squish that in a little bit. And there we go. Make sure everybody's sitting the right way here, which it looks like we are. And that is our pendant portion. So now all we got to do is create the strong portion. This will be part of our clasp here, like so. So I'm going to put this to the side for right now. Oh, actually that's not true, because I need to crimp onto this. Need to crimp onto the pendant here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just making sure this is facing up. All these things are facing up, and then this is facing, so this is the right. I don't know if this will be backwards for you guys. This is my left side. And so I'm going to put this on the left side. That's my personal preference. You do whatever you want. And I'm going to go around. So first thing we need to do with that is just get us some of this soft flex medium beading wire. There should be enough on here. Oh yeah, there's plenty, but I'm just going to use the whole bit just because it's the end and whatever, that's fine. Now I'm going to use a 2 for a crimp tube. Oh, do I not have gold crimp tubes down here? What is happening? Gold crimp tubes are upstairs? What? Alright, well, I guess gold crimp tubes are upstairs. So, I'm going to use a bronze one. Going to use a bronze one. Get it out of there. Come here, you. Okay, so these are size 2. And I'm going to hook into here. Put on my tube. Come back around with the other side here. And get us situated. It's looking pretty good. So what I'm doing right here is I am separating the tails so that they're not twisted before I do the crimp. Crimping plier. Gotta have a crimping plier. And then I'm going to crimp. So I'm going to go into the middle, my crimping plier. Crimp it. So what that does is it separates the two wires so they're less likely to rub on each other. Then I'm going to put this in there sideways like this. Instead of how when we crimped it, it was like this. I'm going to turn it this way, put it in the first one, and as I squish, I'm going to kind of roll it over on itself. You'll see my wrist over here kind of do like a rolling motion as I press. And that's how I do a crimp. Everybody does crimps differently. Some people have special tools and stuff. It's fine. So we are good to rock, and then I'm going to give it a little trim up here on this tail. Because, just hit myself with that. Cripes. We do want it to have a little bit of a tail, just in case, but not so much that it's being, you know, problematic, whatever. Okay. So now I can start my beading. I just making sure that my stuff's lined up the way I want it. And we're going to come in here with this. And I'm going to split this because I don't know how much I can use for each side. So I'm just going to split. If you want to count, you can. That's up to you. I usually just split it up. Got one random spacer, put him to the side over there. So now we have this for one side. And for the most part, we can pretty much guesstimate that this is the middle. For this side. Not that, because this is a round necklace, that doesn't really much matter, but because it just really doesn't. But we're going to start here. So this is what we're working with. And I'm just going to start stringing. I want to put these mostly in the front. So I am going to start with a rose quartz. And then this is any kind of pattern you want to have. Like maybe you want to do these like this. It's completely up to you. I'll put them on there so they're kind of like, look like little leaf clusters, which is kind of cute, I think. And yeah, they'll look pretty cute. I like that. Okay. One more of those left. And then I can do spacer. Okay. That one didn't want to go on there today, I guess. Spacer. rose quartz, spacer. And now we are all out of the metals and such. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go with the rest of these. And then once we get these completed, we will do it backwards on the way down. Pretty easy. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 and 9. Let's see if I can't remember that. I did want to add in some of these little spacers and stuff because I felt like we would need it for length. I think, I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I think the original length on this this guy here was like 15 inches, right? So we needed to add a little bit of extra length. Especially since it's a front, excuse me, front toggle necklace. So, okay. So this is basically half, and I'm going to measure it for us. So we are at 9, which will give us exactly 18 inches. Now, I would like mine to be a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab up just a few. Do I have pink? I mean, I have pink seed beads, but I don't know. Those are going to be kind of small. So let me see what I got over here. At the ready. I've got some crystals. So I really only need like, oh, here's some pearls. Those are kind of cute. Let's see. I just kind of need I want mine to be a little bit longer. Here's some black. I don't know if I want black. Oh, what's this? Here's some matte. They're a little smaller than I would like, but it's fine. Here's some little matte, kind of like bronzy crystals. You could add whatever you want. I'm really not even going to use this many. I'm just going to make about a little inch or so thing in the back here to give us a little bit more length just for fun. You wouldn't even have to do this. I mean, 18 inches would be fine and it would be wearable, but because I want mine to be about 20 or so, I'm gonna just add an inch or two of beads here. And these are going to be in the back, so nobody's going to see them anyways. I mean, they might, but they're in the back. It's fine. Not worried about it. Alright, now onward to the next side of the necklace. Which we said is going to be 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then this should be 13, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 14. We got 14 on this side. I don't know. Maybe I miscounted. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I did miscount. It happens. Alright, so then we start on the other side, going down this way. 14. We're basically here, coming down the other side, and now we're gonna just create our this part. Easy peasy. Why do I feel like that's not right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's because I got too many beads on there. That's why it's not right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, how's that? Yeah, now it matches up. Lovely. Now we are here. Last set of leaves. All right. So here we are. Now, I am going to add a few more crystals down here in the front, and this is just to give my toggle a little bit of leeway. This one wants to be involved so bad. Get back in the jar. Okay, so I'm just going to put on 3 little crystals right here. In the front. And my 2mm crimp bead. And then this part of the toggle clasp. I'll go through there. And back through the beads. My wire kind of has a little spur on it. It's whatever, 2 is fine. So now, what I want to do is get this up there where I want it in the perfect position, because we gotta have, this has got to bend, but and I don't want it to be too tight, but we also don't want it to look loose. So I'm going to go about there, leave, and then I'm going to crimp. So I'm going to twist this and make sure that it's not, again, that the wires are not twisted up inside of there. Put that into the second one. Then turn it. There we go. Things look good. Give it a little snip. And there we go. We are in it. So this still has room to move. And this can go in here like so. With all the room that it needs to get in and out of there, instead of maybe being stopped up by a crystal or a rose quartz, I mean. This is a pretty big loop. You probably wouldn't have had to have done that, but it's just something I always do just because it makes me feel a little bit better with the security of things. So there we go. So this is what she looks like. I'll try it on for you because it matches my shirt. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that's pretty cute. If this bothers you, you don't have to do that. But you can. I'm going to switch to the other camera, and I'm hoping the length is a good fit for me. So let me do that. Okay, of course I have on all of this business, but let's just ignore that for now. Okay, so to put it on, I'm just going to go over the top and then through here. Get this out of the way. So this is obviously not the correct top I would be wearing. This is like a V-neck top. But it is of a better length. I am glad we added the crystals, because then it's not right up here where all my other necklaces are. I could, like, if I had on a plain top, I never wear the right shirt. If I had on a plain top or like a crew neck top, it would be hanging nicely and I could use it for layering. So yeah, love that. And also I love a front toggle. I just do. They're so easy to just whip on. And I think it turned out really nice. So I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. So there we go. Ta-da! Oh, I got it in there backwards. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, so I'm very happy with it. I think it's very nice. I also think it's a very sellable piece for like my shows and stuff, because people, you know, they're like, oh, rose quartz. A lot of people always ask me for rose quartz items at the shows, either in stone form or in jewelry. So this is quite nice. But yes, so that is project number 4. Here's our original design. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty dang good. The rose looks really cute on there. I will get you guys some pictures for the end of this video, but I hope you're all having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. If you're not, I hope you are now. And we would love to see what you're making with your Bargain Bead Box over on the Thunderhorse Descendant Facebook group. Everyone is invited to that. And I am probably going to put this video up today, so I'm also going to invite everybody to the Claim It Live bead sale on Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time, where we will be selling all of our wares on YouTube. So if you're interested, at 9 a.m. Central, if you don't have anything to do, come on over to Claim It Live bead sale. We'd love to have you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.